From a young age, music has been such an important part of my life. Whether it be through playing, singing, performing, or even listening to music, the impact on my life has been so deep that I can't imagine how my life would be if it weren't for music. I grew up in the suburban town of Harleysville, Pennsylvania, with 3 brothers, a sister, and many different dogs throughout my life. Although my siblings never really got into music, I credit my love of music to my mother, who would constantly play classical music for me when I was a child, or would inspire me on days that I was feeling unmotivated. A phrase that embodies my life is, once a performer, always a performer. From a young age, I have done a variety of different performances, whether it's standing in front of the TV and building a musical song to my family, or playing the piano in my community. I've always been a performer first, and I will always be the type of person that is expressive through my performing. Another huge part of my musical life is that I started classical piano since age 3. I originally wanted to play the violin. However, my parents, against my will, bought me a piano instead and forced me to do piano, which now looking back on it and learning violin again in college was the right move on their part. I was homeschooled throughout my elementary school years. However, with my parents' divorce, I was forced to change to public school, which brought a lot of challenges along with it. I was no longer allowed to do my work at my own pace, but was instead forced to follow a certain curriculum and follow a certain schedule for the day. This was a massive change, but I learned to adapt to it and make a lot of friends along the way. Another amazing change that started with me going to public school was I was able to join choir and theater for the first time. I joined choir and theater in 6th grade and continued to do them ever since, being able to participate in my middle school select choir, giving me opportunities to again perform in the community. During my 8th grade year, I had the wonderful opportunity of being able to start a band with 3 of my close friends throughout middle school. We are still together, performing and writing music to this very day, and that experience alone gave me a different passion for music, and it really gave me a different context for music beyond the classical world that I had grown up in. Moving on to my high school years, I was still able to continue in choir. One of my best achievements is being able to make my high school's advanced choir my sophomore year, and as well as obtaining leads in my high school shows, including Lucas and Adam's Family, and Andra Ross in my school's production of Les Mis, one of my favorite shows. That role also was where I decided I wanted to change my hair from straight to getting a perm, which it still is to this day. Another amazing experience that I was able to have in high school was my ability to be able to perform in PMEA festivals. I performed in PMEA District Choir for 3 years and was able to advance to Regional Choir during my senior year. Through those experiences, I was able to study under some amazing conductors, including Dr. Amy Voorhees from Susquehanna University and Temple's very own Dr. Justin Cates. Also during my senior year, I had many different opportunities for leadership and education. During the first half of my senior year, I was able to intern for my school's concert choir, where I was able to sharpen my skills in accompanying, conducting, and repertoire selection. I also had the opportunity to lead my high school student-run tenor-bass a cappella group, the Souder Tones. While I was able to have many different opportunities to perform, teach, and lead, the most important part were the friends I was able to make along the way. Whether it was through my band, through my a cappella group, or through choir, I had made some lifelong, lasting friendships that we will be connected forever through music. I found Temple's program through my high school choir director as well as through a Temple student that interned at my high school. I have such a passion to listen, encourage, and help people that I felt like my calling was to become a music therapist, which is what I originally was here at Temple for. While at Temple, I kept feeling tension that I wanted to join the music education program, but I wasn't sure whether or not it'd be right for me. When I was denied the ability to music direct for a show that I was super passionate about, I felt like something had to change. I was so disappointed from not being able to teach students from that show that I realized I had to pursue music education. No matter where the path of music education takes me, I couldn't imagine doing music without having the ability to perform. My ultimate goal in education is teaching music to show students how fun and freeing music performance is and inspiring them to embrace music as their own individual performers.